Hey, Racing Dad pre-DTS here. Kids are asleep, so we can get some laps in. Today we're doing an open lobby at Silverstone, so who knows what this chaos is going to bring. Never really know what's going to happen with an open lobby. It feels like a really good metaphor for the times. Add on top of that, the kids have been sick, so really hoping they'll sleep through the night tonight, and we can get this full video in for y'all. Silverstone is one of my better tracks, so I'm generally excited to race here, even in an open lobby setting. So let's see how we go. We qualify 11th on the grid. This is a packed lobby, 20 racers on this one. We get a decent launch, pick up 2 places into turn 1, narrowly miss a collision there, and then just get spun out. Not sure where we could have gone. Guy on my left is on the grass. Guy on my right's trying to cut me off and just hit the apex. So we try to reset to track, and we come out 20th. So start 11th, gained 2. Now we're dead last. But I mean, it's open lobby, so really it's just get our heads down and see what we can do. So much fighting up in front of us. We already get 1 place back, just not even 2 turns later. And you can see a string of folks now. Yellow flag in sector 2. We'll see what that's all about in a second. But we're still generally close to the rest of the pack here, which is pretty good news. Somebody just goes straight into the wall there right before cops. Breaks a wing. I'm surprised there wasn't a DNF there, but we gained another 2 places. We're right on the gearbox of, what is this, G? And he's fishtailing a bit, trying to find some traction through those series of turns, and even without ERS, we're past him into this turn. It seems like some of these guys have broken wings with how wide they went, and indeed they do go into a pit early. So that was another 2 places gained. Here's another 2. Thankfully they ghosted. Otherwise, that could have been really bad for our race. So at the start of lap 2, we're already back to 12th, really after just 1 lap. And coming up quickly on these couple folks. Now just trying to catch up to the couple battle in front of us. I don't know if y'all remember the spin that we had going into turn 2 there. But it really reminds me, I don't know, for those of you with younger kids, you ever lose track of where they are and kind of just bump into them, but you like hip check them with your butt or something, and right around their like head or shoulders just sends them flying. It's kind of like that spin. Just got knocked towards the front of the car, and then go twirling there. But we passed Prince Fitty. Went a little wide on that turn, which then allowed him back. And same thing, had to back out of it just to make sure he didn't hip check me in the front and spin out, because that would have been a really high speed spin out, and would have been lucky if we kept it out of the gravel or the wall. But yeah, end of lap 2 now. We are back to where we started. So, really not even into sector 1, was feeling pretty down, but a couple laps later you never really know where you can find yourself. As we make the move on Prince Fitty, I stay towards the inside, really middle of the track, for some ideally on the outside to keep our place, and we're able to. 2.2 seconds to the car in front. Prince Fitty isn't completely out of the picture yet. He'll probably keep DRS for a while, as we then just oversteer there. Lucky we didn't do a pirouette. Prince Fitty goes through. And so what I was hoping for to try to claw back, 2.2 seconds to the car in front of us now becomes Prince Fitty in front of us again. But yeah, really lucky we didn't completely just botch that. Saved it. Just really had to let the accelerator off. And it looks like we had the first DNF, so that was an easy place gained. Don't mind if I do. So yeah, after 3 laps, I'm surprised there's only been 1 DNF. Still 19 cars on track, and that gifted us a place to 10th now, as it looks like Tamakart is pitting pretty early. They had mediums on, so presumably they're going to try to go, at least 2/3 of the race. So pitting early, they probably had wing damage. We decided to go with mediums, really to just try to go as long as possible. I figured why try to start with softs and battle if for a lot of these instances I'm just going to have to back off. So I figured I'd rather get the tire advantage for the second stint, maybe the last five or 6 laps, and really just try to keep up with these guys on the mediums, and that would have been job well done on these tires. But now, yeah, what was that? 4 cars right ahead of us, all scrunching together. So it's about to be go time. Either somebody's going to make a mistake, and it was me who made the mistake. I think Martin Brundle calls it ambition over adhesion, and that's very much what we had. As I checked tire wear, which is at almost 20% all the way around, was really hoping to try to get into that fight, that 4-way fight, as Prince Fitty is out. Not sure what happened there. We were too far back, but thankfully he was ghosted. Otherwise, that would have been a pretty abrupt end. I tried to take evasive action on that, but if he wasn't ghosted, I think I would have run right into his rear. As these 2 cars now, that could have ended the race too. So I had a few near misses now. As HG here is driving like he doesn't have a wing, which it seems like he doesn't. He's diving into the pits. And because we've stayed pretty healthy, no wing damage at all, we are now up into 6th place. We still need to do our stops, but anybody who stopped before and had to change a wing, that would have easily added another 7 seconds to that pit. So as we see Skyliner and G94 go into the pit, and Grand Marigold, a couple 5-second penalties there, so I'm going to assume they probably just had some speed limit issues going into the pit. But now we're on our in lap, and so pretty critical to make sure we can make up as much time to see if we can overcut as many folks as possible. Silverstone has one of the longest pit stops, pit lanes, and so we come out 3 seconds or so behind Grand Marigold, and 4 seconds in front of G94. But we have that tire advantage that I was hoping to get. So we're on softs, and Grand Marigold's on mediums. So you can see us slowly chipping away at that gap. I mean, on track we're 5th, but really with Grand Marigold's 5-second penalty, we're effectively 4th. So as I'm getting closer to him, starting to think to myself, like, do I just hang out back here and make sure I don't make any mistakes and stay ahead of G94, or since I'm closing fairly rapidly, do I make a run for it, risk a pass, but maybe we'll be able to tuck up, get closer to Tamakart. But I mean, it's sim racing, open lobby, one race, and as we set the fastest lap of the race so far, I just start feeling pretty confident, and I was like, oh, what do we got to lose? It's a one race open lobby. There is no championship implications here. Not trying to maximize points, really just trying to maximize places for pride. Getting closer and closer to Marigold now. Probably within the next sector, if not this run right here, we'll be able to really get a good challenge. But yeah, got really nervous at Cops, just thinking about Max and Lewis 2021, and I guess where I was, I would have been Lewis, and Grand Marigold would have been Max. Grand Marigold goes wide at Cops, probably worried about the same thing. And now we have ERS and DRS. That straight line speed just powers past them. Tried to carry the speed into these turns, but you could see him coming up on my right, and so I got a little nervous. I didn't want to go completely defensive all the way on the left hand side, so decided to try to put the car right in the middle again, and see what he would do, and we were able to keep him behind. Now it's really, looking at the interval times, slowly chipping away at Tamacart, but Grand Marigold's not going anywhere, even on those mediums. My softs tire advantage really has gone away. You can see the tire wear, almost 25%, 22, 23, 24% now on the fronts. Silverstone known for just punishing front tire wear, so we're not really building that much of a buffer to Grand Marigold, but you can see we're really clawing back some time on Tamacart. The biggest concern here is just we're running out of laps, and so this is the last lap now. We're down to 2 seconds, 2.2. I think we're able to get it into the high ones, but I mean the race is basically over at this point. But I mean something for us to be proud of. Started 11th, got up to 9th, spun down to 20th, and fought our way back to 4th. Not bad for an open lobby race. I did play around with some stickers in this video. Not sure if that looked cool or if that just made me feel like 1980s, but I am an old millennial, so more to come.